So Ryan Rich, he's the guy who created the name Esorotic. He posted this comic on the Tumblr that we had started. As you can see, it says The Leap. So he posted this on the Tumblr, and I was surprised. I was like, wow, this seems like it's actually like there's a good amount of time put into it. Colored, drawn, there's perspective. It's like a whole comic. I'm like, wow. I was really surprised when I saw it. I was like, oh wow. This is what it says. Casualties continue to rise as civil war is beginning to consume Eastern Citadel City. Got some guy in a bar sitting down, exclamation mark. He's watching TV. Episode 1, Street. This must be a sign I will return to my homeland and become a great hero. I must fulfill my destiny. To be continued. When I saw this, I was so happy. I was like, wow, I cannot believe you actually posted something nice on our Tumblr. I'm going to make something. So, based on what Ryan made, I got busy on my computer. Sorry about the 7 News thing. I got busy on my computer, and I said, I'm gonna make something based on what you made, Ryan. So I took his panel. As you can see, there's a character holding his character. It's a red character holding his character. And this is from the last panel of his comic. And it bothered me. I see some guy in a bar. The message just was kind of nothing special. I'm like, nice comic, but the storyline is nothing too special. So I was like, I want to change that. So you got the character, and he's poking his finger through Ryan's character's eyeball and kicking the part where it said to be continued. This is the to be continued. Because I didn't know what he was going to do. I didn't know when he was going to post it. And I said, the to be continued. So you got next part. He's holding the guy's eyeball by the rope, the inside area, inside the head where the eye goes to the brain. I used to draw this when I was a little kid with my brother. My brother taught me how to draw that. I didn't know what I was drawing exactly. I just wanted to take what he had done and come up with something. And just decided to do it this way. So, I guess he needed underwear for his wiener, his face wiener. And yeah, he's standing on the back of the panel, zoomed in. And he's got a green eye, just like myself. And there, he's smiling. I remember when I was working on this, I was like, I want to make it look really good. And it's cool. Like, I don't usually draw like this, but I just was doing something from my imagination, and I was like, oh, let me try doing a comic. Shiny Buddha character. Skinny Buddha. So he puts the eyeball in the underpants and then shines down. I didn't really necessarily intend on it being a pyramid like that, but it just kind of ended up being like that because it's just light. It's just light shining out of the eyeball, which when you see light coming into an eye, that's what it is. And the eye character's like, what the heck's going on? So that was the second version of the comic. And I was really excited because I posted that on our Tumblr. The next day, I looked on our Tumblr and what did I see? I'm like, are you kidding me? What? How cool. How cool. Now, I've never looked at this piece like this way before, so whoever's watching this, I'm seeing it for the first time and you're seeing it for the first time. Of course, I've looked at the image many times, but never this big. And it's really cool that even though I designed it on my computer and I printed it out, I've never seen it this big. It's really cool. Anyway, so this is what the guy's thinking. Another in need of a sudden transformation. Look into my eyes, hero. OCTX. Not sure exactly what that is, but I guess it's some scientific thing, or I don't know. Yeah, and it's cool because he did his whole version of what I did. It just, took it further. His is more like scientific, sci-fi sort of style. And then he put underpants on. And some Street Fighter socks. You got the underpants still there. Just chilling there. It's pretty funny. Initiated. Fetal growth. Penny baby. And it says 3 to be TBC. I'm like, that is so cool. Thank you, Ryan. So again, I got busy that night and I was like, I'm making some art. So I took his panel, took the last baby part. I said, what am I going to do with this? Put it on the Photoshop page, sliced it in there, pasted it. I thought, it says the number 3. We take this baby pouch and turn it into, baby penny and turn it into a baby pouch thing. Connect them together like that. And the energy, perfect. 3 babies. And then you got the sun, and then you got the panel, and you got the girl lying on the grass. Grass is hard to draw, especially if you want to make it look realistic. And I almost never do it like this, but I decided, hey, I like this comic, I like where it's going, let's take it further. I also usually don't color like this. I usually try to make it look realistic, but I was doing it for my imagination and I was like, let me see what I can do. It's actually really interesting looking at this because it makes me realize there's a lot of things I've studied that I take for granted now because I already have them in my mind, I guess. It took a long time to draw this because it was all from my imagination. Alright, so here she is. I might have referenced something. It's possible I referenced from something. Might have done that. But yeah, I remember I made my own Photoshop brushes. You just repeat the grass over and over. That was cool. I don't usually do that, make my own brushes, but I decided to do it on this. So there she is. And spread eagle. I was like, let me write on her leg, eagle. I was trying to color kind of like Tomer Hanukkah. Tomer Hanukkah does this sort of, less is more approach to color. He was my teacher. Later on in the magazine I show a frame from the class. So you got a baby coming out with its arm, and then you got the, I was going to say tentacle, but you got the placenta cords or whatever connected to the umbilical cord. Yeah, all of babies still have their umbilical cord on them. Now I wouldn't have made them red, but I made them red because I don't know. I don't know why I made them red, but you know. Anyway, so that's that. I was really happy with that image. I was like, yeah, see what Ryan does after that. Well, just so happens to be that Ryan didn't make any art for a long time, like about 6 months. So at this stage, I actually had a girlfriend, which I have a page solely for her, and maybe a few pages, at least, well, yeah, a few pages at least, but there's a page that has a whole lot about her. Anyways, I was living with her in Long Island, New York when I started working on, oh, wait a minute, I'm getting too ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Let's back up for a minute and let me talk about this comic. Alrighty, so 6 years later, you got an Earth and a moon, and look, it's flat. Isn't that cool? Straight up. This is made in 2012. Yep, flat Earth. You got the house coming up from the Earth, and then the moon. Alright, anyways. The sun perspective, so cool. So cool. Ryan is such a good artist. Sparrow! Sun, where are you? Sparrow, answer me. Look at that cool house. Coming up stairs, and it's like a tree house mix thing. It's really cool. Very creative, very imaginative, very interesting. Later, oh no. Oh, later, okay. There you are. As you can see, it's somewhat sexual, but not enough where it would actually be R-rated. It's like, it can basically be PG right here. Well, maybe PG-13. Son, what are you doing out here? I love that look. Isn't that such a good look? Beautiful. Very good drawing by Ryan Rich. Mother, who was my father? Thank God it's Friday, to be continued. 5. So cool, right? Now, the thing is that, like I was saying earlier, took Ryan a long time to draw that. Before we were doing things one after another. So I was talking about I was with this girl living in Long Island, New York. Well, that's the case actually. This drawing I made a long time after he did his thing because he took so long, and so I was just like, alright, I want to do a continuation, but I don't have any rush. So I took the last profile of that character, and I did the outline of it, and then from there you have like the play symbol. I think I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit. Might as well. Oh, I can't zoom in on this. I thought it was still zoomable. Oh, guess not. Alright. Well, it must be a really small image. But look at how big that is. That is huge compared to how it looks in the magazine. Wow. So that's like his inner energy, his subtle energy body, his meridian. No, not meridians. This is like even a little bit more abstract. Meridian is very specific. Alright, so we got a dot, dot with a circle, dot with a bigger circle, and then we got like energy, force fields around it, and then like, you know, trails of energy. And then we got a whole bunch of dots. Because I was just like, all right, if you really want to take this there, let's go cosmic. Let's really think about this. So then you got like a puzzle piece thing, or like a puzzle labyrinth sort of little maze thing. I didn't even know what I was doing, but I was just like, let me see where this goes. And then we got this shape, organic shape, and then I was like, all right, that one's, you know, rectangular, or not rectangular, whatever that word is, you know, straight line type of stuff. Like now let's do like circular style. I'm gonna take that one and wrote compute, thinking about like how computer language is. Go back to a circle, and then ladder, spiral, and like sort of planetary kind of imagery. And we got the star following this blue light into the matrix. Meridian matrix, cosmic intel, programmed universe. And then now we got a black hole and some sort of shape, and then like a turn dial on the top. And from there, some sort of archway. I've never quite thought about my art like this, but looking at it again after all these years and seeing it so big, I can't help but talk about it in this way. So here we got this energy that's coming down to the ladder, and then here we got the house. So I tried to recreate what Ryan had made, only in my own style. Perspective stuff. Alright, so we're going to go back and then we'll come back in a minute. So, Ryan Rich and I, Scott Ferguson, decided to make a comic. Ryan started it by posting the image in the top left on our Tumblr page. The next day I posted the top right image. The next two images were created. Okay. So let's see here. The rest of what to say about it. We're gonna wait. I'm gonna show the art more. Alright. So then now we got this image, and then it's going back again out of the field of planetary control into the cosmos again. Now we're showing sort of like universal string theory. And then we go back to a square with a circle to show just the simplicity of it all. And to mess with, you know, comic panel sort of boundary sort of stuff. Then we change it into a star, bigger star, and show the interior of the star. And the star leading up to this. What is this? That's the sun's life force. The sun is alive. It's like a person inside the sun. And then there it's zoomed in. And now the sun has its order around it. And now it gets consolidated down to a explosion. Then it explodes back down to the earth again. Butterfly-ish style, maze, flat earth sort of, who knows, GPS or whatever. So in the next couple days, then the bottom left image took Ryan a few months to create. Finally, a half year later, I created. I never colored it. And the image is a bit abstract compared to the other images. So as you can see earlier, I had shown the thing that was kind of inspired by the art I made. Okay, and so then I decided to make the image just larger. Just, might as well look at the image larger again, because it took me so long, and it's like I wanted to repeat the comic because it sort of was a big deal. I made a little bit of comic panels when I was a little kid, but then I didn't really do comics anymore. I got more into like fine art. I was like, all right, if I'm gonna do a comic, I want to make it really good, and if I'm gonna make it really good, I might as well fill the whole page with the comic. So you get to look at it again, only larger. And in a different order because it's hard to navigate. As you can see, there's some Asian characters in the back. I actually had a Buddhist book that I ended up drawing in. That's what I ended up drawing these images in. And I scanned it and I just said, I'll just leave it. It's kind of cool to have that extra layer. Alright, so check out this sun character. This was pretty wild. Symmetrical-ish sun character. Oh, it looks like I skipped his head. Okay, like magnets on the side and stuff. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we already saw that. So then it goes to here. So I do intend on making an app sometime in the future, so most likely in the app you'll be able to play a game, I guess, maybe with this page. That'd be cool to make like a video game. and I changed the wording. I was a vagabond for 3.5 years. True story. I was. Alright, we're going to stop here and we will continue in a bit. Again, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it.